Yoga is the connection of mind, body, and spirit. When we take time for ourselves, we're better able to show up in our day-to-day lives, knowing that the tools we need are always within us, using our breath and our body as our guide. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's practice. My name is Brittany and I'll be guiding you for our practice today. We'll be focusing on the rotations of our spine, working mostly with our thoracic spine. We'll get started lying on our backs, taking your time to make your way down onto your mat. And the feet will come to the outer edges, palms to rest on top of the belly. And taking a moment to arrive here in your space. Observing all the noises happening around you. And just observing our breath. Whether you're breathing in through the nose or the mouth. Tracing the inhale as the chest, the ribs, and the belly begin to expand. And the exhale as our navel draws in towards the spine. Ribs begin to knit together. Maybe a softer, subtle breath on top of the lip or the chin. And then starting to find a little bit of movement through the body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, maybe circling out through the wrists and the ankles. And then we'll reach our palms up towards the sky. So our wrists stack with our shoulders, and imagining you are pressing the ceiling away from your body. And just observe how this feels. Fingers spread wide. And then we're going to reverse the palms to plant towards our mat. So facing down, backs of the hands face up towards our ceiling. And then we'll flip them back up towards the sky. And reversing them back down towards our mat. We'll shake out the hands and draw one knee in towards the chest. And then the other. Palms can catch for behind the thighs or the tops of the shins, and we'll find a little bit of a rock from side to side. And checking in with how our low back is feeling today. Maybe moving really slowly or quick. And the knees will come back through to center. Plant the right sole of the foot down onto the mat. Fingers will interlace over top of the left shin and gently draw the knee in towards the chest. We'll extend the right heel to the top of our mat, and then take the right palm to the outside of the left knee. Begin to draw the left knee over towards the right side, coming up onto the right hip, and then option to draw the left arm over towards the left side of our space, just as a counterbalance here. Breathing in through the left side of the ribs, feeling that openness through the chest. And it's okay if the left knee doesn't come down to the mat. We're just finding that spinal rotation. On the inhale, we'll draw the knee back in towards center, coming back onto our hips. Plant the left sole of the foot down, and then inhale to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Fingers interlace over top of the shin. And then we'll extend the left heel to the top of our space. Taking a moment here. And then we'll take the left palm to the outside of the right knee. Begin to draw the right knee over towards the left side of our space as we come up onto the top of our left hip. Extending the right arm in line with the shoulder, finding that counterbalance here. Breathing through the right side of our body. And then inhale, the right knee comes back towards the chest. Plant the right sole of the foot down onto the mat. And we'll plant the left sole of the foot down onto the mat, shifting the hips back to neutral. Drawing the knees in towards the chest. Palms will come behind the thighs. And then option to rock along the spine or rocking onto one side of the body, depending on how our spine is feeling today. And we'll meet in a cross-legged seat at the top of our mat. So taking your time to arrive here. And if we're feeling like our sit bones or our knees are really close in towards the body, option to bring a block underneath the sit bones, creating a little bit of elevation here. Finding that space through the hips. And then we'll find that length from the tailbone all the way through to the crown of the head. We'll inhale to reach the arms all the way up. And on your exhale, we're taking the right palm over towards the left knee as the left arm draws behind the body. So maybe the fingers come to touch and maybe they don't, that's okay. We're going to link this with our breath. So in the inhale, coming back up towards center. And then exhale, our left palm is crossing over towards the right knee as the right arm draws behind the body, keeping the chin in line with the chest. Maybe the fingertips tap down, maybe they don't. Working with our body, inhale, and then exhale to twist. Next, inhale, the arms will reach up towards the sky. We'll take the fingers, interlace them together, and then bring them behind the base of the skull, thumbs pointing down, elbows out wide. We'll take an inhale. Imagine you're drawing the chest forward, finding maybe a little bit of a back bend, opening through the chest. And then on the exhale, rounding through the spine, elbows will connect as our chin draws in towards the chest. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Moving with our breath. Two more. And exhale, we'll round. Inhale to come back through to center. We'll take the interlace of the fingers away. If you're up on a prop, removing it from underneath, sending it off towards the side. We'll inhale, extend, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fingers spreading wide, palms plant down to the mat. We're stacking our elbows with our shoulders and the knees underneath our hips. Coming into our first tabletop position of our practice. I'm just taking a moment here to settle in, checking in with how we are feeling. Option if the wrists are feeling sensitive, maybe stacking the palms into fists. Option if the knees are feeling sensitive, tucking the toes underneath to alleviate a little bit of the pressure here. Otherwise, tops of the feet can plant down. And then we'll take the right palm to the base of our skull. On the inhale, open the shoulders and the chest up towards the right. And then on the exhale, tap the right elbow over towards the left palm. Inhale to open. And exhale to tap. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we'll come back through to center. Release the right palm back down to the mat. On the exhale, we'll take the left palm to the base of the skull. Inhale to open, and exhale, tap. Inhale, and exhale. One more. And then inhale, we'll come back through to center. Exhale to release. On the inhale, we'll tuck the toes underneath. And on the exhale, begin to reach the sit bones up, press the thighs back. We're finding our first downward facing dog of our practice. So feet are about hip distance apart. We're rooting through the index finger and the thumb as the elbows draw in towards one another. Maybe finding a slight bend of the knees so that we can lengthen out through the spine. On our inhale, we'll reach the left leg up and back. Exhale to draw the left knee in towards the chest. Plant the right foot between the palms, lower the right knee down. If you happen to have blocks, you'll bring the blocks underneath the palms, and if not, maybe propping up onto the tips of the fingers or tenting the fingertips here. And we'll just check in for a moment. Maybe we're stacking our left ankle and knee. You can even walk the left foot out, creating some space for the hips and seeing if we can find some openness through the chest. On the exhale, draw the sit bones back towards the heels. We're going to walk our blocks back with us so that we can find some length through the spine. And then left toes flex in towards the knee, maybe feeling a stretch through the back line of the leg. And then on the inhale, we're going to walk forward, stamp our left foot down, opening through the chest. And exhaling back. So just checking in with how this is feeling through the body. Option to even stay for a breath or two in one of the shapes, or maybe we find that movement. And then we'll exhale. And then wherever we are, we'll inhale, come forward, plant the left foot down onto the mat, and then remove the left block from underneath, and we can set the right block off towards the right side of our space. And then we'll ground through the right palm, begin on the exhale to trace the left shin as we reach up towards the sky. You can walk the left foot over towards the left side of your space, opening through the hip. Option to tuck the right toes underneath and lift the right knee. You might find keeping a block underneath the right palm allows for a little more space through the chest, through the upper body. And then we'll inhale, draw the left arm towards the top of your space. And then exhale, the palm reaches back, finding these circles through the shoulders. Inhale to reach forward. And exhale, sweeping back. Moving with your breath. Next inhale, we'll reach the left palm up, and then exhale to plant the left palm down, gaze towards the top of your mat, walk, step, or hop the right foot up towards the top of your space. Feet are hip distance apart. On the inhale, palms to shins or thighs, halfway lift, and then exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, reach up. And then exhale, palms together at heart center. Inhale to bend through the knees, reach the sit bones back. And then with our hands at heart center, we'll begin to feel really rooted through our legs, through the feet, engaging through the glutes. And then inhale for that length through the spine. Exhale, take the gaze over towards the right side of your mat and see if you can move with just the upper rib cage, taking our gaze over towards the right side. So we're moving with our thoracic spine here. I'm just observing how that feels in the body. Inhale to come back through to center. And then exhale, we're taking our gaze over towards the left, moving with just our upper thoracic spine. Maybe feeling the legs fire up here. Inhale to come back through to center, and exhale, fold. Palms will plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat, taking an inhale through plank. On the exhale, the knees lower down. We lower all the way to our mat. Tops of the feet to root down, and on the inhale, chin and chest to lift, back of the neck is soft. Exhale to fold. Inhale, toes tuck underneath, option to press up through hands and knees or through to plank. And then exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, round through the spine, plant the foot between the palms, and we lower our left knee down. Checking in here, maybe we're coming up onto our fingertips. If we don't have props today, that's okay. Checking in that our right ankle and knee are stacked. Maybe we're walking our right foot over towards the right side of our space, creating that space for the hips, maybe for our belly to rest. Checking in with how this feels on this side of the body. And we'll inhale, opening through the chest. On the exhale, we begin to draw the sit bones back, walking the blocks back with us. Right toes flex in towards the knee. And then exhale, we come forward. Moving with your breath in any way on this side that feels great for the body. Maybe we really slow down the movement. And then we'll inhale, walking it forward. Option to leave the block for the left palm to rest on top as we set our right block off towards the side. On the exhale, we're tracing the right shin as we reach up towards the sky. So you might find walking the right foot out creates that space in the hip to reach up. Maybe we set our left block off towards the side this time, checking in with how that feels. And then option to tuck the left toes underneath. We begin to lift the left knee, finding that space through the body, opening through the chest. And then on the inhale, reach the right arm towards the top of our space. And then exhale to sweep the arm back. Always option to lower the knee back down, listening to our body. And then the next inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale to plant the right palm down. We'll gaze to the top of our space and then exhale, stepping the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, palms to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we'll rise up, reaching up. And exhale, palms together at heart center. We'll ground through the legs. Arms will come alongside the body, palms facing forward. Taking this moment of stillness, checking in with our breath. Observing how we feel in this moment. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, palms together, we'll fold forward. So hinging from the hips, bending through the knees, bending enough so that the palms can plant down onto the mat. This time we'll step our left foot to the back of our space, coming into our lunge here. And then on the inhale, we'll trace the right shin as we reach up towards the sky, finding that twist. And then exhale, right palm plants down. Inhale, we'll wave the spine forward, finding some length. And then on the exhale, arms to sweep up. So just taking a moment here to check in with our stance. So our right ankle and knee are stacked. You can walk the right foot over, creating some space for the hips. You might even bend through the left knee to stabilize through the pelvis, finding what allows us to feel that strength in our legs. Our thighs are drawing in towards one another, glutes are engaged, and then maybe we reach up through the arms. We'll take an inhale. And then on the exhale, we'll open the arms up over towards the right, finding our twist here. Steadying through the breath. And then inhale, arms sweep back up towards the sky. This time on the exhale, we'll take our left forearm to cross over to our right thigh. Left palm stacks on a fist as the right palm wraps around. So we're coming to lean over, finding our twist. Always option to lower the left knee down. Maybe we keep it lifted. If we find this really wobbly, left palm comes back to the mat and we open up through the right. So finding that way that we can support the body, maybe finding a point of focus, feeling really strong and long, steadying through the breath, trusting enough in our bodies, and then on the inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, palms to plant down. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale through plank. And then on the exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Taking 3 rounds of breath here just to check in with ourselves. How are we feeling here? And how can we support our body? We'll bend through the knees, begin to walk the feet to the top of your mat. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, we slowly rise up, reach up. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Then we'll inhale, arms come alongside the body, palms facing forward, feeling that length from the feet to the crown of the head. Trusting in our body. And exploring it with a little curiosity here. Knowing that one side might be different than the other, and that's okay. We'll inhale to sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms together as we hinge from the hips, bend through the knees. Palms will plant down to the mat, and this time we're stepping our right foot back. Inhaling to wave the spine forward. And on the exhale, arms to sweep up. So we're just checking in here first with our feet. Stacking the left ankle and knee. And if it's not completely stacked, that's okay. We're drawing our right hip down, maybe bending through the right knee, checking in with our pelvis. Finding that point of stability through the feet. Thighs are drawing in towards one another, and know that it's okay if you have to lower the right knee down. We're honoring and listening to our body. If the arms are reaching up, we'll find that inhale. And on the exhale, opening up towards the left. Finding our twist. Trusting in our legs as our foundation. And then we'll inhale, reaching the arms back up. On the exhale, our right forearm will cross over to the left thigh as our right palm stacks into a fist. Left palm stacks on top. Always option 2, lower the right knee down. Maybe we find the block back underneath our right palm as the left arm reaches up. Finding ourselves in our variation of this twist. And know that it's okay if this side of the body feels really wobbly. I'm just taking a moment, reconnecting with our breath. And then we'll inhale, reach all the way back up. Exhale, palms to plant down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhaling through plank. And on the exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, 3 breaths. And then on an exhale, lower the knees down onto the mat. Bring the sit bones back towards the heels. We'll bring one palm over top of the heart center and one to the belly, reconnecting to our breath. Shifting our legs over to one side of our mat, extending them up towards the top of our space. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Knees are bent. And then slowly lowering down onto our spine. Taking your time to arrive here. And then we'll walk the heels in towards the sit bones. Imagine that you could graze the backs of the heels. Arms will come alongside the body, palms facing down. And on the inhale, begin to lift the hips up and away, engaging through the glutes, opening through the back body. Maybe tucking the chin in towards the chest. Steadying through the breath. And then exhale, we lower the sit bones down. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Finding a gentle rock from side to side, letting everything go. And then extending one heel to the outer edge of your mat. And the other heel. Palms will come to rest on top of the belly. Or option here to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees to knock wide, finding a diamond shape with the legs. And allowing our breath to come at its own natural rhythm and pace. And then reaching the right arm up and overhead, close the left knee to meet the right, rocking over to our right side, pausing for just a moment. Slowly supporting our body up into any comfortable seat. Starting to observe all the noises happening around you. And maybe think of one thing that we are grateful for today. Bringing our hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for practice. Have an awesome day.